Ever since the solar eclipse of April 8th, 2024, the world has witnessed a surge in strange and unusual events. It seems as if the eclipse, this rare astronomical phenomenon, has somehow triggered a series of inexplicable occurrences across the globe. Could it be that the eclipse was more than a mere alignment of celestial bodies? Did we miss something significant that happened during those moments of darkness? Here are some of the major events that have occurred during and since the eclipse. Scientists and zookeepers observed unusual behaviors in various animals during the total solar eclipse on April 8th. Giraffes, gorillas, lions, macaws, and flamingos all exhibited atypical reactions to the eclipse. Because total eclipses occur so infrequently, researchers have limited knowledge about their impact on animal behavior. To gather more data, they studied animals on April 8th at several zoos located along the path of totality, including the Fort Worth Zoo in Texas. At this zoo, most animals remained calm, but some species, such as gorillas, lions, and lemurs, displayed heightened vigilance and curiosity. It is interesting to note that animals have exhibited strange behavior during past eclipses, with one of the most notable instances recorded almost 600 years ago. On August 21st, 1560, a total solar eclipse cast its shadow across parts of Europe and Africa, plunging the daytime sky into an eerie twilight. This celestial event not only fascinated but also terrified those who witnessed it. Among the many phenomena observed, the behavior of birds stood out as particularly strange and alarming. As the moon moved to cover the sun, daylight faded rapidly, creating an unnatural dusk. Birds, sensing the sudden darkness, reacted in ways that were both unexpected and unsettling. Reports from various regions described how birds stopped singing and flew in disoriented circles. Many returned to their nests, believing night had fallen prematurely. The abrupt silence of the usually vibrant avian chorus was deafening, adding to the growing sense of unease among the people. In some areas, flocks of birds were seen dropping to the ground or into the water, as if they had lost their sense of direction entirely. This phenomenon was particularly noted along the Mediterranean coasts, where fishermen observed seabirds plunging into the sea en masse. The chaotic behavior of the birds was seen as an ominous sign, leading to widespread fear and speculation. Now, let's focus on some events that took place during the eclipse. For instance, consider this video where people are watching the eclipse. In the footage, you can see something flying across the clouds. In the background, you can hear people expressing their amazement, audibly wondering, what is this object flying above us?
This is so cool. What's that?
What is that? Bruh.
Look, there's something flying through the air. Oh shit! What's that?
From the video, it doesn't look like a plane to me. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure what is flying that close at such speed. There could be a perfectly reasonable explanation, but what I find most interesting is that even the people recording it seem unsure about what exactly is flying above them.
This is so cool. What's that?
What is that? Bruh.
Look, there's something flying through the air. Oh shit! What's that?
Since the April 8th solar eclipse, we have witnessed a series of strange and significant celestial events. Among these, the most impactful was the powerful G5 geomagnetic storm on May 10th. This storm, the highest on the geomagnetic storm scale, which ranges from G1 to G5, had far-reaching effects on Earth. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's NOAA Space Weather Prediction Center had issued a warning about the potential severe effects of this storm after several days of intense solar activity. This activity included multiple explosions of plasma and magnetic fields from the sun directed toward Earth. Solar storms are intense bursts of energy from the sun, beginning with solar flares. These flares are sudden explosions of energy caused by the tangling, crossing, or reorganizing of magnetic field lines near sunspots. Imagine the sun suddenly releasing a massive burst of light and radiation. In light of these celestial phenomena, many people interpret these occurrences as divine signs or prophetic warnings, possibly signaling the end times. This perspective views the heavens as a divine billboard where God announces his intentions. Historical and scriptural references to celestial signs often add weight to such interpretations, especially among those who closely follow biblical prophecies. Adding to the series of unusual events, the night sky over Portugal and Spain was lit up by a meteor shooting across the sky. On a Saturday night, stargazers in Spain and Portugal were stunned as a glowing fireball turned the night sky a greenish blue. Numerous excited witnesses captured stunning footage of the event, sharing it widely on social media. Here are some videos that captured this event.
Well, a suspected meteorite has lit up the sky over Spain and Portugal. People were left awestruck as the glittering blue fireball streaked across the night sky. There are claims the blue flash was visible from hundreds of kilometres away, with some taking to social media to share their excitement at witnessing the rare celestial event. Early reports indicate the meteor may have landed in the city of Pinheiro.
The European Space Agency provided details about the flying object and its journey. In an update on X on the following Sunday, the European Space Agency stated, "It appears that this object was a small piece of a comet. We estimate that it flew over Spain and Portugal, traveling at approximately 45 kilometers before burning up over the Atlantic Ocean. The likelihood of any meteorites being found is very low." This event added another layer of intrigue and wonder to the already unusual celestial activities observed recently. Looking ahead, the next month promises another fascinating celestial event. On June 3rd, 2024, a rare six-planet alignment will take place. This alignment involves Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus lining up in the sky. Such an event is a spectacular sight for stargazers and astronomers alike, providing a unique opportunity to observe the planetary movement within our solar system. In summary, the period following the April 8th solar eclipse has been marked by a host of extraordinary celestial events. From a powerful G5 geomagnetic storm to a breathtaking meteor illuminating the skies over Europe, these occurrences have captivated the public's imagination. The upcoming six-planet alignment in June is set to continue this trend, offering yet another opportunity to marvel at the wonders of the universe. Whether viewed as divine signs or natural phenomena, these events underscore the dynamic and ever-changing nature of our cosmic environment. We are indeed living in the last days, a time characterized by significant signs and phenomena, both in the heavens and on Earth. As we witness these events unfold, solar storms of unprecedented strength, celestial wonders like the northern lights seen further south than ever, and solar eclipses drawing the eyes of the world skyward, strange objects flying in the sky, it's understandable to feel a mixture of awe and anxiety about the future. Yet, it is precisely in these moments that we must remember the core message of our faith. God is in control. Yes, He is. From the spinning of the planets to the affairs of nations, nothing escapes His notice or operates outside His sovereignty. God's control extends from the tiniest microorganism to the vast expanses of the universe. Consider the world of microorganisms. These tiny beings, invisible to the naked eye, play crucial roles in maintaining life on Earth. From bacteria that help digest food in our stomachs to plankton that form the foundation of marine food webs, every single microorganism operates under God's design and purpose. Psalm 104:24 reminds us, "How many are your works, Lord? In wisdom you made them all. The earth is full of your creatures." This verse emphasizes the meticulous care and wisdom with which God has crafted every part of creation. Beyond the microscopic, God's sovereignty encompasses every planet in our solar system and beyond. The precise orbits of planets, the timing of eclipses, and the beauty of celestial phenomena all reflect His perfect order. Job, chapter 38, verse 31 to 33 states, "Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in his season, or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? Knowest thou the ordinances of heaven? Canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth?" These rhetorical questions remind us of God's unparalleled power and authority over the universe. Even as we witness strange and unusual events, it is crucial to remember that God is sovereign. The Bible repeatedly assures us of God's control over all things, even those that seem chaotic or inexplicable. Isaiah chapter 46 verses 9 to 10 says, "Remember the former things, those of long ago. I am God, and there is no other. I am God, and there is none like me. I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times, what is still to come. I say, my purpose will stand, and I will do all that I please." This passage underscores the certainty of God's plans and purposes, regardless of how tumultuous current events may appear. As we observe these phenomena, Whether it be unusual animal behaviors during eclipses, unexpected meteor showers, or the alignment of planets, we must trust in God's ultimate plan. Romans 8:28 assures us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." This verse provides comfort that even in the midst of strange occurrences, God is orchestrating everything for our good and his glory. Scripture foretells that in the last days, we will witness more and more unusual events. Jesus himself spoke of these times in Luke chapter 21, verse 25 to 26, saying, "There will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars. On the earth, nations will be in anguish and perplexity at the roaring and tossing of the sea. People will faint from terror, apprehensive of what is coming on the world, for the heavenly bodies will be shaken." These verses indicate that celestial disturbances and natural upheavals will become increasingly evident as we approach the end times. These signs serve as reminders and wake-up calls. They urge us to remain vigilant and steadfast in our faith. Matthew chapter 24, verse 42 to 44 warns, "Therefore keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known at what time of night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. So you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him." This passage calls us to a state of spiritual readiness and alertness. In addition to celestial signs, the Bible describes other strange occurrences in the last days, such as widespread deception, moral decay, and natural disasters. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verses 1 to 5 warns, "But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying its power. Have nothing to do with such people." This vivid description of societal breakdown reminds us that the last days will be challenging times. Yet even amidst these challenges, believers are called to remain faithful and hopeful. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verses 4 to 6 encourages us, "But you, brothers and sisters, are not in darkness, so that this day should surprise you like a thief. You are all children of the light and children of the day. We do not belong to the night or to the darkness. So then, let us not be like others, who are asleep, but let us be awake and sober." This exhortation highlights the importance of spiritual awareness and readiness. As we move further into these last days, we can expect to see more signs that align with biblical prophecy. The increasing frequency and intensity of these events should not lead us to fear, but to faith. They serve as reminders that God's word is true and that his return is imminent.